Joe Biden's credibility is shredded. He said he was going to stop the virus. He has not. He said that he wasn't going to kill the economy. He has. He's destroyed our credibility on the international stage. And this is an unsuccessful failed presidency, and we are not even a year in. That houseplant is beginning to wilt in serious fashion. So, in breaking news, by the way, the August jobs report is out. Complete fail. Complete, absolute, utter failure, which of course is not surprising because we are paying people to stay home. And then we're talking about inflating more. We're talking about more stimulus. We're talking about, by the way, telling people that they must stay home because of the pandemic when that is obviously not true. If you're vaccinated, you should not be afraid of other people who are unvaccinated because you're vaccinated. It's the whole damned point of getting vaccinated in the first place. So the reality, there's a reason why the states that are doing best in terms of the unemployment rate are all red states, and the states that are all doing the worst are the blue states. There's a reason for that. The August jobs report, how bad was it? Economists had forecast 725,000 jobs being created. Remember, there are 10 million open jobs in the United States right now. 725,000 jobs is what the economists had been forecasting. The actual number of jobs created was 235,000 jobs. They were off by a factor of 3. They're off by a factor of 3. That is a disaster area for the Biden administration. And again, they keep missing the mark. They keep missing it over and over. They'll have like one good month, and then they'll have 3 terrible months. That is because you have completely destroyed all of the incentive structures causing people to go back to work. You've destroyed supply lines. You're artificially boosting demand by pouring money into people's pockets. But you can tell, by the way, that that sort of inflation is not actual price inflation. It's not sort of heating. It's not economic heating. You know how you know? Because if you look at the loan numbers, like whether people are actually taking out loans, the answer is no. People are not taking out loans under these circumstances because they're afraid they're not going to be able to pay them back. And that is because the underlying fundamentals that are being created by the regulate and spend and tax Biden economy are a lot weaker than the fundamentals of an economy that was much more laissez-faire under Donald Trump. This is wild. I mean, so the Fed is now saying that the August jobs report was a failure, but because of that, they're going to keep buying assets. Did it ever occur to them that the reason the jobs report's a failure is because you keep inflating the currency? It's because you keep paying people to stay home? It's because of unemployment benefits? It's because you're creating enormous pressure for businesses to spend more money than they are actually taking in on employees? Like, this is all causing inflation, of course, and but they're saying it's transitory, which is fine. Terrible news for the economy. Not a shock. The unemployment rate fell to 5.2% in August from 5.4% before, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. There's a reason why Bitcoin, by the way, just rose past $50,000 per Bitcoin. The reason for that is because people are now investing in some form of more solid asset than the United States dollar, given what the federal government is doing right now. By the way, according to the economic report, there were job losses in certain sectors. In the retail sector, almost 30,000 jobs lost. In the restaurant sector, 42,000 jobs lost. There were 36,000 jobs picked up in the entertainment sector. That's probably going to take a nosedive considering that Joe Biden continues to shut down the economy. That's amazing. What the people in the media, they're going to attribute this to the Delta spike. The reality is that the only reason that you are seeing shutdowns right now and tremendous fear right now is because the media have made it seem as though even if you are vaccinated, you should be afraid. This goes back to a point I was making yesterday about COVID, which really is the salient point. If you had to draw a chart of the worried and the unworried when it comes to COVID, I'm actually going to do it for you right now. Okay, here we have a circle. It's the worried. Here we have a circle. It is the unworried. Okay, these are the two circles of the American population. Okay, the unworried contain some people who are vaccinated, right? I'm unworried and I'm vaccinated. So some part of this circle are the vaccinated, okay? But the rest of this circle are the unvaxxed. The entirety of the people who are unvaxxed are unworried. I say that because if they were worried, they would go get vaxxed. It is the best solution to your worry is to get vaxxed. Okay, but then if you look at the circle of the worried, the entire circle is vaccinated of the worried. Okay, the entirety of the circle is vaccinated. So right now, you have the Biden administration basically telling the vaccinated to shut down the economy, worry about the vaccinated, worried. Okay, but those are the people who shouldn't be worried. We're now at the point where if you are a sentient adult in the United States and you don't have some unbelievably severe pre-existing condition in which your doctor says you shouldn't get a vaccine, you now have the option to do whatever the hell you want. If the economy is shutting down, it's because of Joe Biden. Joe Biden's credibility is shredded. He said he was going to stop the virus. He has not. He said that he wasn't going to kill the economy. He has. He has said that he was going to shore up our credibility on the international stage. Not only has he not done that, he's destroyed our credibility on the international stage. And now all the big hopes that he had for restructuring the nature of American government, they ride on Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema. This is an unsuccessful failed presidency, and we are not even a year in. That houseplant is beginning to wilt in serious fashion. How's this for a title? Ben Shapiro Show subscriber destroys like button with clicks and logic. I'd watch that. Make it happen, gang.